So it's your boy GFXFXFFXVFX69H29111 face up underrated controller player Photoshop God SACOZYT Fortnite coming at you with a brand new video. So as Fortnite is in a black hole, maybe when you're watching this video it might not be, I have no idea, but I have to turn down to making anime stuff, right? So I made a header that I thought it was pretty cool. I wanted to make a tutorial on it. I didn't know if I should, because I've been getting people, right? Not a lot of people obviously, but people that are like completely new to Photoshop. So I just thought I might do a video where I show the most basic thing I could do, right? And before you say anything, if you're an experienced designer and you're seeing this right now, you'll be like, Sacoz, why would I want to learn this? Stop it, get some help, you idiot. I'm sorry, alright? I have to dedicate some time to my fellow friends who are just starting, you know? So if you're an experienced designer, right? Or maybe you just think you're too cool to watch tutorials, just stop watching this right now, because if you're experienced, if you spend some time in Photoshop, you wouldn't have learned anything from here. Go watch a tutorial that you might learn something from. But yeah, as you can see in the layers panel, I don't know why it's like this. Why is it like this? Why? It's meant to be.
Why you bully me?
As you can see, it doesn't take very long. It's not a long thing, but we definitely are going to go in depth, because that's what I need to do in this tutorial, is go more in depth in my stuff. And if you're a newer designer, you might learn a thing or two about this. So let's get started. So this is the picture we're gonna be using. All right, let me check if I have the website right here. It's called Wallpaper Wall.alphacoders.com, or just look up Wallpaper AVIs, and yeah, just watch whatever anime, right? I put Darling in the Fran XX. I haven't watched the anime, but this stuff is cool as frick, dude. My last Twitter post, it's of this, I'm pretty sure, and they're all so cool. Like, look at this, dude. Like, it's so cool. Like, I don't even know how, but it's like so cool, you know what I mean? Like, it's aesthetic as frick. Look at this, dude. It's so aesthetic. That's why I like this anime, and I haven't even watched it yet, but whatever. Yeah, this is basically it. Now what we're gonna need is we're gonna need a PSD pack. If you are in a team, they probably should have a PSD pack. Usually larger teams don't do this, but small teams, medium teams, you know, probably have their own like PSD. And all you need to do is change a couple of stuff, but we don't have that. So this is basically what we're gonna do. Just Google right now team logo pack, and this should come up. It's totally free. It doesn't have many things, but it does have some cool logos that you can use in your own AVIs. You got the Synergy logo, the Myth logo. This logo is dope. The Dare logo, that's the one we're gonna be using today. It just has a bunch of logos that you usually use in this kind of design. Yeah, so we're gonna take the Dare one, or just your team should have a PSD pack, or just Google PSD packs. There's some to buy, if I'm sure. Just Google it, and then copy, Command C it, and then Command V it right here. What you want to do is press Command T now and resize it until it's, you know, fit well size. Remember, this is gonna be an AVI, so you want to make sure that anything you're doing looks well from a little small size around here. So what you want to do when you're done here, you probably want to Command E it and then put screen right here. This will basically delete all the kind of blacks or make them invisible. We're gonna talk about screen later, but this is basically what it does. And once you're done with this, it doesn't look very nice, so you Command J it, or just literally Command C, Command V it, whatever you want to do. You can Command J the layer, and now it looks a little bit more bright. Now we have the little effect that we wanted, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a little bit of the pen tool, and what I really like about this whole anime style is that it's all cartoons. It's literally all cartoons, so it's all lines. So as like a real person, if you're cutting out an album, you need to cut every single hair, or if you're making like an IRL thumbnail and IRL header, you're gonna have to be very careful of the cuts you're doing. But in anime style stuff, you don't need that. So you're gonna click P, or you're gonna go right here to the pen tool. I am using the workspace of 3D for some reason. I should be using photography, that's this one. And then I just modify layers. You put it right here. You put channels here. And this should be what you got. Come here to the pencil or click P, whatever you want to do. And then start from around here. And how the pencil works, I should definitely recommend for you to go watch how the pencil works, because I can explain it in like 10 minutes. So basically, you start at a point, right? Then you click on another point, and that makes a line. But if you want it to kind of curve down, you just hold your mouse. It's very hard to watch without a hand cam. You hold your mouse, and then you pull the other way that you want it to go. So like that. And then if you click again, let's say you want to go here, it makes a curve. Like it automatically picks and it automatically makes like a perfect curve. But we don't want that in this case because we want to make a straight cut. So what you do is you press Option or Alt, and then you hit this. And then whatever you press, it's not gonna be curved. So you want to just click normally. Maybe you want to make a little curve. The same Alt, click here, and then this one you want to make a curve like this. So when you get that down, and it's very cool to have this picture. I chose this picture because it has like curve, line up, line down, curve. So it's very easy to do that, and if you really want to exercise your pen tool, literally just do this forever. Like take just 5 minutes just to cut this girl out by going step by step. If you finish like 3 minutes, just do it again. Whatever. But yeah, that's what you're doing. Now you want to make a line down here, or you could literally do it like down here if you want. But you want to make it do it right here. You're gonna click. And you're gonna drag like that, and you want to make sure you catch the whole thing like that. Once you have that done, you can just rush it because the rest won't matter. You can make some cool design right here, just do some cool ass thing. And then the important thing is that you finish the whole thing, right? So everything is everything that's above their logo, right, is selected. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you're selecting on your background layer on the little photo of the girl, and you want to left click and you want to put make selection. You want to keep this at 0 pixels. This depends on whatever you're doing, but for this case we're going to be doing 0 pixels, and this shouldn't be an option for you, so just put new selection. And then okay, and this should make a selection of the background layer. So now what you want to do is you want to press Command J, and basically all that you pen tooled, all that you selected is now in a different layer. So now what we can go ahead and do is we can put this layer above their logo, and you get this cool little effect, right? That the logo is behind her, but it's not really behind the photo, the background. I don't know, it's actually pretty cool. Some people use this in their AVIs a lot, so you can do this too. And yeah, that's basically all the hard stuff. Alright, now what's next is that there's a pack called Kingdom. I know I'm using like a lot of packs and stuff, but it just makes life easier, to be honest. It's kind of a pack for this kind of thing, so if you do a lot of anime artwork, you should be able to do this. It's like $5. I don't really know who made it. I know the name is Osman and Trevor, but I don't know his ads. It's like $5, and I highly recommend you get it if you can. But yeah, you can definitely get this off the internet as well. It doesn't matter. It's not that they're exclusive or anything, but yeah. So there's this section called Particles. You want to click on that, and you want to find kind of this kind of manga style particles that are little kind of stars. You could probably put them stars illustrated black background or something like that. You want to put it not in the whole thing because that just looks absurd, but like around there. Nah, yeah, you definitely want to put the whole thing. I'm sorry. You want to put the whole thing because that's what it's meant design. It's like a square. And now you have this little cool particles floating around, and that's pretty cool. And there's also this thing called film burns. I really like them. I've used them a lot. If you go to my portfolio, you've seen that I use them a lot. So that's why I wanted to use them right here. Noise and film burns. Alright, you're gonna get this, you're gonna command C it, then you're gonna go back to your document, you're gonna command V it. This, you shouldn't have any problems with this, just press OK. And then resize it to the whole thing. And remember how I said I was gonna talk a little bit more about screen? This is the time. So if we put screen right here, you can tell that everything that's black got kind of eliminated from the film burn for the photo. And in this case, it let all the rest, which is the red, in. So this is very helpful when you have a kind of overlay like this. This is in a screen, but if we put normal, you see that it is not good. It's not cool. But if we put a screen, all the black goes away and the rest stays. So that's a pretty cool effect. You can use screen and you can be very creative with screen, like we did here. But in this case, we're just gonna add a little film burn. You can put film burn overlay, on Google, and you should be able to find a lot of these, and they're pretty cool. So I highly recommend you start including them in your designs, because once I included them, my work looked a lot better, and I think you can tell. So now we're gonna move on into the CCs. I'm not gonna add a text because that's pretty useless. It's just adding a text. It's nothing complicated. But we're just gonna continue with this. All right. We're gonna go down here, and this is all the adjustments layers. Adjustment layers are basically what you want for whatever you're doing, to add a color correction to it. So you're gonna go to brightness and contrast, and the kind of rule that I have seen a lot in my designs is that if you have a design like this with many lights, you want to pull the brightness down a lot and pull the contrast up a lot. You see how better that made it look? It made it look incredibly better. I don't know if it's just me, but that's it. So this is the first part of the CC, brightness and contrast, and then we're gonna add another one that's called vibrance. You want to put the vibrance a little bit up so you can see more red, and the saturation too, just a little bit though. Also, there's some kind of rule that if you put the vibrance up, you shouldn't pull the saturation up too. You should either put one down and one up, or one up and one down. It's kind of like a kind of rule in my head that if you're a Sacoz poly, you should definitely know that. And then after that, you want to go to here to photo filters. Where is it? Photo filter right here. And this is basically just a bunch of presets, right? You can either put like red and then put the density all the way up, and it could be a cool result like that. Or you can put like warming filter like that, or you can put the color and pick like a reddish to purple like that. I think I'm gonna leave it like that right there. I think that looks pretty cool. And we did that with little layers, with basically nothing complicated about Photoshop, and you should be able to see this, and you should be able to make your own anime profile picture. Now you can watch some cool tutorials on text. They're pretty cool, but we're just gonna do a little quick rundown of a cool text you could do. All right, so we're basically just gonna add a new layer. We're gonna put a text that basically says just name. It's in the Fortnite font. I use that font a lot, but we're gonna change that. Put it to any font that's not Fortnite. I'm gonna change it to Gotham. This font is free. It's so popular, you can just put Google Gotham and it will show up. Put Gotham black, I think that will look better. Now we're gonna make it, you're gonna double click on this, you're gonna go here. If it doesn't show up, you're gonna put color overlay. It should come here already, but if it doesn't, you put it there. You put it white. Make sure you put it beneath all the noise and particles and all that stuff. And then you wanna command T it. Then you wanna left click and put warp. Alright, now what you wanna do is you wanna come here, and then you wanna put arc, and just go through this and pick what you like. I almost always like arc lower or arc upper. I think for this one I'll put arc lower, and click here if you don't want it to be as strong like that. Alright, now press enter, and it should be like that. Some pretty cool effect, right? And what you could do is that you could, instead of white, You can make it like gray, maybe. I don't know if this would work at all. And I'll put it to screen. I don't know if that would work. It's alright, hold on. Rasterize type. Yeah, it wouldn't work. It's irrelevant. Alright, just keep it normal. So yeah, you could do this, right? You could make like a little name thing in Arc, and then this. That's just a quickly beginner tutorial. I am sorry if you're used to the more complicated videos I do. You should be able to catch up if you're new to Photoshop. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to support me, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at SACOZYT, Instagram at SACOZYT too. I'm gonna start posting there more often. You can see more of my work at beacons.net/Sacoz. And you can support me in the Fortnite item shop whenever the hell it comes back, using code SACOZYT in the Fortnite item shop. Once you're done with that, if you're a beginner to Photoshop, the most important thing is to keep practicing. Just keep practicing. One day you'll get better. And yeah, after all that, it's been Sacoz here, and I am out. Peace.